Today I'm going to be making the pumpkin spice Betty Crocker cookie mix. These are limited edition. They were $1.99 at Meijer, and I'm going to pair them with the Betty Crocker Rich and Creamy Cream Cheese, and it was $1.64 at Walmart. And it does recommend try with Betty Crocker cream cheese frosting. That's the only reason we bought this. Actually, this was $1.64, but I'm going to use half of it on these cookies and half of it on another mix that we bought, another limited edition mix. So it will really only be half the cost for each of those recipes. So all you need for this is you need to preheat your oven to 375. I have a stick of butter and 1 egg and 2 tablespoons of water. So you open your mix, and I don't want to tear this, so I'm going to just use scissors. I didn't have to use scissors, but so this is as simple as any other cookie mix. Add your 2 tablespoons of water. The butter is softened. I have had this butter laying out for about an hour and a half because I don't want to struggle. Add your egg and you mix it all together. Okay, I'm going to use a cookie scoop. I love my cookie scoop. If you've watched any of my cookie reviews.
And parchment paper.
And parchment paper. I love this Reynolds wrap. This is the baking parchment paper. It is pre-cut, and you just take it out of the box and you lay it down. So these would be considered large cookies. In case you're going by on the back of the mixes, it'll say for small cookies do it for this time, for large cookies do it for this time. These would be about 2 tablespoons. These are going to go in the oven for 11 minutes. So we'll put them in for 11 minutes and then we'll be back. Okay, these are the cookies, and I have 3 other ones over here cooling. The mix says that it makes 18. I actually made 19, so it was almost perfect. I think I made just a couple of these a little bit smaller. I will leave one without icing for Kevin and I to try so we can tell you how it tastes plain. But this is what I plan to do with them.
That's the direction. That's the method you plan to eat them, huh?
Yes. Well, this is how they show them on the front of the package.
I wonder what they sprinkled on there to make them pretty.
I think they probably put cinnamon.
Or pumpkin spice.
Or pumpkin spice, yeah. You could also make these into sandwich cookies, which would be really evil, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to frost these exactly like you see me doing. I'm not going to sprinkle anything on them. Just know that you can. So we'll try them in just a second. Okay, let's try a plain one first.
Okay.
One without frosting.
I'm breaking it out. I brought one of each, but
either way, it's really
soft.
Good and soft.
I like them squishy in the middle. A little crispy ring on the outside. Mm-hmm. That's the best way to have a cookie.
That has a nice pumpkin flavor.
Mm-hmm. And the spice is not too strong.
No, unlike most of these pumpkin spice cookies, you don't get the cinnamon. I don't get any, really, very little.
Actual spice.
Actual spice, yeah. So that's actually a pleasant cookie to eat because it doesn't burn the back of your throat. And that's a good cookie by itself.
We made the other spiced pumpkin spice bar or cookies with a glaze on top of them, and they had so much spice that it would literally make your throat sore.
The crusties.
Crusties. They were good, but boy, your throat would be almost
I'm glad
sore.
you mentioned those because someone would ask me, did you like the crusties better or did you like these better? But try it with
the frosting.
Because the crusties did have the glaze on it. So I think to be fair, you have to try it this way.
That's a different flavor. It takes away some from the pumpkin flavor, doesn't it?
That gave it a very different flavor. That's
it's good.
But it's like you might not guess that that's a pumpkin cookie anymore.
No, actually maybe put just a thin layer. Just to give it that little bit of that creamy flavor. I don't know. They're good like this. I like this.
I do tend to go heavy on the icing.
No, it's not heavy. I'm just saying the only way you could get rid of that covering up the pumpkin flavor would be to just do a very thin layer.
Yeah.
Because normally I like them like this.
Honestly, I'm shocked that I'm saying this, but for these cookies, if you want the pumpkin flavor, then I would not put any icing on them at all. Because once you put icing on them, it takes away from it.
Kind of goes away.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, I do still get a pumpkin flavor. Once I've swallowed and it's gone, it's still there. It's just not as strong.
Right.
I like them both ways. I could literally go either way. If you want to save yourself some $1.60 something or whatever for the cream cheese frosting, you'd be good.
Of course, I like it better with the frosting, but I'm just saying if you're buying them for the pumpkin,
right,
then you're going to get the strongest pumpkin flavor.
I agree.
With this.
Without.
Without.
Plain.
With plain.
Yeah,
plain.
I agree, but I think they're really good either way. I think you couldn't go wrong either way.
Right.
Oh.
So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you can find these in your area. We found them at Meijer, but I think they're going to be widely available. I'm sure they'll be at Walmart and Kroger and all kinds of stores.
Although they did not have them at Walmart
They
yet.
didn't have them yet, but I think that, some stores are quicker than others when it comes to putting their seasonal things out.
That's very true.
This is a seasonal item, so right now we just happen to see it at Meijer. So I'm sure if you give it another couple of weeks, you'll see it in your grocery stores as well. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.